Start the car, Pink.
You look tired.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, that's lovely.
I'm so sorry. When you look really tired.
You're so polite. I love having you on these things, you know that, Michael?
Yeah.
So, Michael Carr, everyone.
Oh.
Welcome back for your third.
This is my third. Yeah. Third time lucky.
It's good to have you.
I liked the last video a lot. It was so much fun today.
Well, I'm glad you're joining me today.
Yeah.
We're not above doing some arty films here on Drive-Thru Movies.
No.
So we're off today to check out Benjamin, which is a film by Simon Amstell of Pop World and Nevermind the Buzzcocks.
Nevermind the Buzzcocks, that was it. I used to always watch him on that. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious on that.
I know. Peak Buzzcocks for me was when he like nailed like Preston.
Oh man, I was talking about the Ordinary Boys the other day, and I was saying that was a terrible era for music.
I know. I hated them so much. What was that song? There was
I don't know.
Boys will be boys.
That was it. And do you remember a band called Orson?
Orson. When I'm dancing with you, tomorrow doesn't matter. I love that song.
Yeah,
about
that
the
was a
rest
terrible
of the
era.
songs.
That was a terrible era of music.
Honey will never get me on my feet, and I can't even
believe you know that.
dance.
That just reminded me of mid-2000s. So Amstel did that, and he was very funny. I've not really followed his story, what he's been up to. But I saw he was in this movie and I was like, cool, well, yeah, I'm going to see that.
He's done his odd stand-up now and again over the last few years. He's had a bit of a rough ride, I think. You know, he was always very suffered from depression and stuff like that. So I think he spent a lot of years out of the limelight because of that. I think this film for him is a bit of a...
It seems self-document, like autobiographical.
Yeah.
Autobiographical?
I think there's probably a lot of him in the main character. So starring Colin Morgan from BBC's Merlin. He's a guy who made a really successful film, and then he hasn't made a film for I think like 7 years or something, and then he comes back with whatever the film is in the movie or something.
Alright, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't really know that.
Well, speaking of like kind of indie bands from the noughties, the boy who did the music for it is from the Klaxons.
Oh, right, okay.
I think they met in New York or something, and
New York.
I know an awful lot about the background of this movie.
I
don't
know
how.
what the hell. I do not know. I watched half a YouTube video. Also, DCA are definitely targeting their ads to certain people.
To you, Michael Carr.
I don't know. I know what it probably wasn't.
To non-tired-looking startup entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
GoRoadie.com.
GoRoadie.com. Check out.
So, what are you thinking? You think it looks good?
Yeah, it looks really good. I think it's going to be. It'll be entertaining.
If it's anything like Simon Amstell's stand-ups, I imagine it's going to have like a lot of humour in it, but possibly be quite touching and tragic.
I think it is going to be touching, and yeah.
Car park. That's all we really need to say about the movie.
Yeah, so it's it should be really good. Looking forward to it. I'm gonna get snacks.
We will see you in a few minutes.
One movie later. Alright, what was in? Drive-Thru Movies.
You know, it's such a nice day. Decided to chill here for a while.
Yes.
Don't drink and drive, kids. We don't have the good mic, so this might be shit. But we'll find out. There's a lot to pick apart in this. I really enjoyed it.
I loved the character. I thought the character was incredible.
Yeah. You're right, it was quite arty. It was arty because it was almost like it was a bunch of glimpses of this guy's life, and it was kind of...
That scene, it was that kind of art scene.
He's this guy who's like he made a film like 7 years ago, and he then... and the film begins with him like about to release his latest film, a new film.
7 years later.
So he's trying to follow up. So I guess there's a lot of it that's about him trying to follow up his own success, the anxiety that comes with that.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by all these typically self-indulgent Londoners and who are in the art scene, and they're like really, I mean, they're perfect. I loved Harry so much. He was like, let's write a film and let's not worry about the story. He's like wearing a red coat, and then there's a question of, is this blood? And then he's dreaming about swans. So these characters are all like so ridiculous.
I felt really authentic.
Yeah, like there was a lot of like really real moments in it. And I guess I can see a lot of like Simon I'm still in it, you know, with the stuff we were talking about.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, you had he meets this singer in a band, Noah. And then he kind of falls in love with him, and so the film he's making in the film, it's called No Self. There's a lot of it about his own kind of inability to feel a connection with people in his life, but it was punctuated with just some great dialogue.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was really witty.
So awkward. Every moment
so
was so awkward.
I love it.
Yeah, and he kind of like pushes people away, but he also draws them in, like sometimes. Because, I mean, what was that manager girl?
She was interviewing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She was a journalist. She interviewed him, and then she ends up with his best friend. And
that relationship between the
Stephen.
manager and Harry.
Oh, Harry.
That is the most dysfunctional relationship ever, and it's just amazing. And it's so fun to watch.
I don't know what it was trying to do, really.
I don't really know what it's trying to say. Like, I think that's my problem with it. Is I don't really know what the point of it was. Really.
I'm not sure, because I took note of one thing specifically he said, which was he just wants to make something that didn't come from his own pain.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Simon Amsterdam made this movie as well. But like, it seemed to be what Benjamin was going for. He had a kind of craving to make something that didn't come from his own pain. But then his manager turned around and just like, what are you in pain about? She's like, are you even in pain? What is this all in your head, sort of thing? But I know a lot of people that are like that, who live in their own head.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because like there was a lot of emphasis on Buddhism.
The monk.
The monk.
At one point that monk went, what is happiness? The one way to be happy is to learn to enjoy sadness. And I was like, oh my god, I've said that to people, and I'm like, I need to change my entire life.
It's odd because like to find happiness, sometimes people go to ideas of Buddhism and is it Buddhism?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's so cliche.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I'm going to quote Mark Kermode in that film, less monk. Do what you're doing, just less monk. And I thought that was great. Actually having Mark Kermode and Simon Mayo
right?
Doing the review of it in the thing. I was like, oh, that's so funny. I love Mark Kermode.
And to be honest, I think a lot of it is rings true. Like you see people go through hard times, they turn to like Buddhism, like, oh, you've got to be in the moment, get out your head, and find happiness. And it's like, so you know that. I don't know. It just feels so real.
Yeah, he was searching.
Yeah.
And he's searching, and he's trying out all these ideas, but they're just not working for him. And it didn't work for his film, and it didn't bring him success. It didn't bring him happiness. So there's a lot in there. It's quite thought provoking. It's quite nice.
No, I liked it.
I loved so many of those characters.
Yeah, the characters were excellent.
Noah was sweet. Harry was hilarious. He was just absolutely.
Harry.
Well, there was an element of that, but it's mostly just because of how absurd he was in every way, shape, and form. Like, it's just hilarious. He was just like, I'm going to draw you now. Painting's my way of like recording how I feel, so that I can look back on them and see how I was feeling at that moment. And he's like, so how were you feeling last week? And he was like, oh, I'll have to go through next door and look, find out. I think this video's had the best soundtrack. Given it's the only one that's had any soundtrack. Well, we're going to have to wrap this up.
Yeah, okay. There was something I wanted to say about it.
Colin Morgan, we talked about him.
Colin Morgan. Is that Benjamin? Yeah, I just can't think about that. It was about Benjamin. It was about like, he seemed to be going through this thing where he's like going through this immense pressure of releasing that second film, and he just kind of wanted validation, really.
Yeah.
So that was actually really interesting to watch because, like,
That's one thing actually I forgot. He said that to Noah, external validation will always make you happy.
Yeah, it was so many aspects of the film I actually really relate to, and I really enjoyed that. And that's, I guess, for me, is like relatability to the film is actually really like something that draws me in. Like I can empathise with what Benjamin goes through of building making this film. I kind of relate it to building a business, and it's like so much pressure and stuff like that. And it's like
googleroadie.com.
Well, thanks for coming on this one again.
You're welcome.
you
Go to
haven't-
DCA for films, by the way. It's a really good environment.
Yeah, or wherever you are, check out your local film scene.
Yeah.
You can see some cool films like this. If you haven't already done it, hit that subscribe button, hit the
Aye.
like button. And we'll
Add a
catch-
comment.
Add a bloody comment. And we'll catch you next time.
Cool. Bye-bye.
If you
Space
say
Ghetto.
Space Ghetto in American accent, it sounds like you're saying Spice Ghetto.
And I got a speech accent, Space Ghetto. Space Ghetto. Oh, I love it so much.
This is interesting. You know, yeah.
Yeah?
There's not much of a driving going on here, but I like it.
No, I think it's fine. I have this new motto called fuck the past. But I'm like, fuck the future. Like,
Hakuna Matata, baby.
and it's